All right, Joe, we're back. No Strokes Golf. Podcast ready. British Open. Pools are open.
Hard to believe, last major of the year, man. It goes way too quick.
It sounds like I'm going to need to make this one count. I'm going to need to make bank on this one.
Maybe we just keep riding the Tom Kim train. I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe we just do that. That's the retirement fund.
I have him in a top 20. I'll tell you that right now. I have him in a top 20. He's, caution. I think there's a course horse piece there last week, so I'd be caution a little bit.
Yeah.
He's like the third best performer of that course historically here. But I fucking love that story. We're going to talk about that. Tom Kim won. For those who live under a rock and were watching the other tournament, which I have thoughts on, I sent you a ticket. I made money on that one. It's the only money I made.
Yeah, I did see that.
I have to say, if you weren't watching the Scottish, it was so good. And it's also a little bit of a test of showing you, like, if the weather holds out like it says it's going to, this is going to be a fucking race. This is going to be fast and low scores for the British.
Should be, right? I mean, depending on where the wind direction is coming from. Like I saw some of the players talking about 5 and 6 irons going 250 yards, right? Like it's going to be wild, right? I think what I love about links is it's not just the bomb it and like figure it out. Like you have to be so strategic with club selection and what the run out is going to be on these really fast and firm fairways, and where are the slots you need to hit it at, and making sure that you're not hitting it too far right before it runs out 50 or 60 yards and ending up in a pot bunker or ending up block going into the green. So it's a thinking man's golf major, and it's always highly entertaining because you still get the guys that you would expect to see usually at the top of a major leaderboard, but it's also the major that can deliver a 45-year-old or a 50-year-old in contention, right? Like we saw Tom Watson back in 2009, right? Like, you and I are going to talk Justin Rose and Adam Scott. I know that because I think both of those guys could be in contention this week. So that's the fun of it is. You're going to get some random guy. You're going to get some random like DP World Tour guy that, is co-leader after Friday. And you're going to be like, who the hell is this guy? Like, it's fun.
Yeah. I love it. I'm so excited about it because to me, this is like the coffee golf. It happens a couple times a year. It used to happen when Tiger did the Genesis in Australia. That was another opportunity to watch golf at a weird time. Before we get into British, I do want to talk about in reverse order, the two tournaments, and I want to this is a shout out for ourselves. Sorry, world. We usually make our picks based on our own insight. We use tools. We use the Golf IQ AI tool that we built with the nostrokespod.com at Golf IQ. I use it at least. But Joe and I, for the most part, use our eyes and make these bets. Last week, I ran the non-Scottish, I don't even remember the name, whatever it's called, PGA. I ran the numbers for that, and the two names, I shit you not, I could take a screenshot and post it on the Twitters, that showed up as leaders on there were Pendrith and Fisk. I am not joking. And the reason that I put money on them, I had Lucas Glover, which I lost and watched him miss putts all day long, even though I had him, I put the bet in early, and I had watched him melt on Sunday and miss putts and just drove me fucking crazy. The putt on 14 and 15, I want to scream, as did he. But I actually put money. I put money on Fisk, and I had it on the chart.
Which to be honest, Scott, like I probably wouldn't have even known who he was if I didn't. You didn't run it through the model, right? Like I
didn't know.
No clue. I
know that he's won a PGA title tournament per the model, back-to-back years. I know that my former producer of my podcast name is Sam Fisk, and this guy's Steven Fisk. So like, fuck. It's probably good. I don't know. Sam Fisk lives by Torrey Pines. I don't know. It's just name relationships. So I put the bet on him, and I'm not even joking. I watched the thing come to an end, and he looks like he's not going to get there. Then he does. For those of you who didn't watch it, which is nobody, he ends up making his putts. They get to a playoff, and this was a battle to not win. This is a battle where they get on the first hole. It's like a birdie putt, 8-9 feet. Pendrith misses it. He has to get up and down of a bunker. He makes it super close. He's knock-kneed. He being Fisk almost misses it. Then he rolls it in, back and forth. Now they're both in a bunker coming out. Then they change the 18th hole placement, and they both shit the bed and hit it into bunkers again. And then finally, Fisk standing over a 3 or 4 footer. I swear to God, I thought he was going to miss it. His odds, just by the way, when they both had their putt and it gets missed by Pendrith, and the odds are now 94% chance to win for Fisk. Okay? And people already know where his ball is at. It's about 4 feet. 94% chance to win. I go back on the app because I'm like, well, fuck, maybe I'll buy some more. Maybe I'll sell it now at 94% just in case he misses it, because that's the confidence. As he stands over the putt.
Man, Scotty really did a number to you if you're thinking about selling out on a 3-footer.
So watch this. Watch this. He's standing over it. He stands over 30 seconds. He steps back and he comes back to it. When I flipped open Robinhood, his odds were 94% before he approached the putt. They went down to 78% before he hit it.
Wow.
Like, the world saw the same thing I did. Was like, oh shit. He did make the putt. He won. He was very excited. He's got a fucking snaggletooth. That's a different story. But I like the guy. I'm excited for him, and I made $150. And then, pivoting back to Scottish, it was so exciting. But I mean, what a bet extravaganza. Tom Kim, you called. That is on you all day. You called that last week, and what a
I finally stuck with it because I think I said it. I said it going into John Deere, but I'm like, because I was on Tom Kim at the U.S. Open. I'm like, this is just going to be a guy that I ride for a couple weeks because you forget with these young golfers, right? That like they were really freaking good and then they battle, right? Like, and you don't know if they're battling swing things or battling fame or just like, the attention that Tom Kim had on him for, dude, he won 3 tournaments before when he was 20, like by the time he was 22, he'd won 3 times on the PGA Tour. Like, the guy's got elite talent. He's never going to win a PGA championship. Like, that's not his style. But, dude, you put him on, like, these fast and firm golf courses. So, again, this is the Scott and Joe Gambling Manifesto. Like, we should be playing him at every U.S. Open and Open championship going forward until he wins one, because I think he is going to win one. It's just not going to be this year. He'll contend. But I think I'm with you. Like, the Renaissance Club, the course history was there. He's playing great. He's playing really well. I think what's going to undo Tom is, dude, his putter is just, it's so inconsistent. And he was even inconsistent at the Scottish. Like, I think he had the co-lead after the first round, but he still had missed like 5 putts inside of 10 feet in round 1. So the putting is what makes me a little bit nervous of him. But, like, dude, he's a link style player, and he's someone that's going to be dangerous. But yeah, I think the Scottish, I mean, you could tell you and I love golf because I think every week we get on here and we're like, man, this tournament delivered. So like, good. Dude, the Scottish, you look at that Sunday leaderboard, like going into it, it was like 20 guys could have won, right? Like there were so many guys that were right there.
I bet on all of them,
McIntyre was back there, right? Like, and he always he plays the Scottish well all the time. Then it was like, hey, is
his hometown? This week, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. And then Thor, hey, is Thor finally going to break through? Nope, Thor did not. My boy Carl, that I keep freaking talking about, pops up on the leaderboard and then he disappears because he's not quite there yet. But we like him maybe at the 3M in a couple of weeks when you and I are still talking golf and everyone else is at the beach. That's the dedication.
Hey, your boy Hovland dropped the Sunday low 64. Just to remind you, he had kind of a shitty Saturday, but he was in the game. He played really well. I like him going forward. We'll talk about it. I want to talk about also the first round. Have you ever, in your memory, a tournament that had like multiple first day leaderboard first and second place not make the cut? Koepka.
Well, dude, if one guy can do it, it's Cantlay. Like, that did not surprise me at all. Like, going 65, going 65-74 to miss the cut. Like, that's a great. That's a great call by you though. Like, what would the odds have been on after Thursday's round if you could have bet John Rahm make cut, Patrick Cantlay miss cut after the first round? I mean, that would have been offered to you at like 1,000 to 1, right?
I wish
You
I
had
had
John.
sprinkled on Scotty Scheffler not making the cut. That'd have been a payday.
Yeah, dude. I mean, you got to give it to him, right? First time he hasn't made the cut. I think it's 78 events. It's a hell of a run. Scotty, dude, like I feel like we have been on this for a while, and I have a stat that I saw that I wanted to bring up to you on this because I think we've kind of talked about Scotty. He's the best player in the world. We've dedicated a lot of podcast time to Scotty and trying to figure out, is he still the same Scotty? Like, are we worried? Like, and I think for a while we weren't worried because he had a bunch of runner-ups, or he was always relevant.
It was just one
in the tournament, right? But like the stat that I saw that really was like, this is what's been missing with Scotty. So listen to this right here. It's his proximity, right? So his proximity from 2024 to 2026, when he was inside 100 yards in 2024, average proximity from inside 100, 12 feet. That ranked first. 2025, 14 feet. That ranked fourth. This year, 17 feet. That ranks 57th. 100 to 125 yards. Guess what? He was first in 2024. He was second in 2025. He's 94th in proximity from 100 to 125 in 2026. 125 to 150. He was 9th and 33rd in 2024 and 25. He's now 56. So yes, it's been a little bit of the putting where like that's been the glaring like, oh, he's missed some 4 or 5 footers, but like I think he's always done that. He's just not, when he's in the fairway, he's not hitting it as close as he has the last 2 years. It's as simple as that, and he's not canning.
I mean,
16 to 20 foot putts for birdie.
Joe, to put this in like regular golfer terms, like this is a thing. It's obviously much bigger when it's a professional golfer. Actually, arguably, it's maybe less important because they are so good at putting and short game and things that average guys aren't. But like, I could tell you the number of people I've played with or play with who have the ability to hit good shots. Like, they're not hitting shanks, they're not fucking garbage, but they don't shoot under 80 because they cannot get within 40 feet of the pin.
Yep.
And at the end of the day, it's about being around the cup. And if your last 2 years, all you had to do is make 8-footers and 5-footers and 7-footers and 15-footers, and if you drop the occasion of 20, it's an eagle. And now the 20-footer is a par save, and it's a par save from 5, or it's a birdie putt from 32 and not 22. It has a 3 to 4 shot change in the round, if not the whole tournament, and that of course ends up being the difference. And I mean, we talk about this all the time, but like you look at Terrell Hatton, who I had my pick on as being a top fiver. He had a triple bogey to start the fucking round, start the tournament. He's basically out. He ends up getting himself back in, and he finishes, I don't know, 32 or wherever he finished, 20, 27, whatever it was. But like, guys, there's too many good golfers out there for you to not be on. And right now, we've talked about this all season. Matty Fitzpatrick, he was like 130th in approach last year in iron play, and he's now first.
Yep.
So Wyndham Clark, he was can make some putts, but not really streaky. He's like top 3. For a period, Cam Young, before whatever the fuck happened to that happened, he was up there. So like, everyone else's game is elevated. Scotty's still really good at everything, but he's not elite at the things that make you score, and that ultimately is why you're runner up and not winning. Like
correct.
Like, I don't think it's yips. It's just he's just
missing. It's not
missing a little.
He's a little bit off on his target, right? Like, so when you're in the fairway for like, that's what made Scotty so deadly the last 2 years. That like, if you put him in the fairway from inside 100 to up to probably 175 yards, chances are he was hitting it within 10 feet. And when you keep giving yourself birdie opportunities that are 10 feet or in, even guys that aren't the best putters, eventually you're going to make those putts, right? Like, you're just giving yourself too good a chances not to capitalize on it. And that I just thought that stat kind of captured what I think you and I had been searching for on Scotty. I'm like, what is it that it's missing? And like, I think that's it, right? Like he's just hitting it a little bit, and like, to the average golf
He
fan,
chunked
you're
the
just
wedge
like,
a couple weeks ago.
yeah, oh yeah.
In the
Well,
playoffs.
when the Travelers restarted. Oh no, yeah, that was when was that? RBC when he chunked that? Or are you talking about when he went over the green at Travelers against Howell?
No, that's a different one. No, remember he chunked that wedge approach in. I forget, whatever. Too many golf tournaments in a row. Speaking of which, got her up is another one I like. He
Love
played really
got
well.
her up.
On his
Love
team.
got her up.
The only problem
Love
is
him.
this is week 5 in a row for him playing, and so I like him as a top 20 pick. I like Tom
Yes.
Kim as a top 20, top 10 potentially. I like Im. I think also is sneaky on this one. Historically, I'm not
Ooh.
naming all the Asian players on purpose, I promise. But Min-Woo Lee took second last week. He historically has not done well at the Opens, but I actually think he's going to do well. I would sprinkle on him in a top 20 as well, just to get all the Asian players out of the way here. And then, but seriously, the style of play that makes them competitive all the time is all in full force and effect here. Like Tom Kim gets the advantage of dry. He's a great shot maker. His confidence is through the fucking roof. Kim is the chef. He makes whatever. Im is a birdie machine. If this course is playing hot, he's going to run 4 or 5 birdies in a row. I could see it. And then, he'll have the blow-up hole. But I really like him. And then I want to hand it back to you as we talk about the British, because you've made some picks over the last couple of weeks you've been talking about and teasing. We're going to get into that. And I also just want to call out, it's kind of funny and ironic given what you just said about Scotty. This is the first time in the entire season, and it's a major, where his betting odds are actually kind of nice.
You're 1,000% right. It is probably the first time I'm looking right now on draft. He's 7-1. That's the first time I can remember seeing him. Like his odds are doubled, right? Like from what we've seen.
Put some money on that.
From what we've seen all year long, right? Like he has been living in that 3 to 3.5 to 1 range. So it is kind of good to see it. Like, okay, right? Like you could actually make a little bit of money on a Scotty ticket right now. There was a point in time where like him and Rory were like both like 8 to 1. It was like, when's the last time Scotty wasn't like the clear cut favorite going into a tournament? It's been probably 4 years. So that's one of the many storylines. The other storyline that you're seeing from everyone, right? With the World Cup concluding on Sunday, the Sunday of the Open, is England going to win tomorrow? And then is England going to finally bring it home on Sunday and pair that with an English golfer, right?
I got Rose and I got myself a Fleetwood. I know Fleetwood's not going to have
Dude, Fleetwood odds it is absurd. Like, I get it, dude. Everyone loves Tommy Fleetwood, myself included. No one loves him more than Cousin Kale. There's your shout out right there.
I like him.
It's kind of like, remember Port Rush, right? Which, Scotty won it last year, but when they were back there, when Rory was, the heavy favorite, and that was his hometown course, and everyone was like, oh my God, Rory's like destined to win this Open at his home course, and then he triples the first hole, much like your boy Terrell Hatton last week. Everyone just is honing in on the fact that Royal Birkdale is like, Tommy grew up around there. He used to sneak on the course with his dad. Like, it's just too good to be true. If an English golfer is going to win, I think it's Justin Rose over Tommy Fleetwood. I think you and I have been on Rose. I've been on him since the Masters.
We took a little break when he bought a car for irons, but it seems like he's playing well with them now, and he's set up shop to play well in this tournament. I like that. I think, you're bringing this up, but the Fleetwood thing reminds me, honestly, of Patrick Reed at the Masters this year. Where like forever he's the underdog. It's like, oh, it's a good story, good pick, he's back, and then the numbers get so good, they're so bad. As a gambler, you're like, well, fuck this. There's not even a profit to be made here. Fleetwood's is worse. But just for fun, I recommend everyone putting something down on an England and English golfer to win. I mean, it would be incredible.
I just think it would be such a cool story. I'm going to do it. I kind of wish I did it before France lost today, because the odds of England.
Yesterday, I placed a bet yesterday morning. I bought Rose and England to win. I believe $50 paid out 6,400.
Yeah, I would imagine that you're going to have much better odds than me, but I'm still going to ride it with you because I do love that. I do love that storyline. I think it's very good. And you got and the other guy that I really like. I mean, dude, the English golfers are actually like all over
awesome.
this. I mean, another guy that we've made money on this year that we've loved, Matt Fitzpatrick. I mean, Matt Fitzpatrick, like it. The only thing that concerns me about Fitz is that like it so clearly points to him probably winning this week that he's not going to win, right? Like all the stats, the fact that like he contended at the Scottish,
would say that, by the way, just to be clear.
Yeah, that's
all
how
it's obvious. So I'm going to stay away.
Well, think about it. We've talked about this though. Like anytime someone is the most tipped golfer, I'm like, get him away from me. I don't want him because the most tipped golfer never wins. And Matt Fitzpatrick, let's be very clear, is the most tipped golfer heading into Royal Birkdale. He is.
Yes.
Bar none. Yes, he's only the third favorite, but he is. Everyone is talking about him. I'm probably going to have to sprinkle him, but like what I've told our listeners for weeks now, the guy that I truly believe is going to win the golf tournament is Victor Hovland. I will win my biggest bet of all time on Sunday when Victor is the champion golfer of the year, and you and I will celebrate accordingly.
I love it. I always am going to back my fellow one semester attendee of Northwestern, Matt Fitzpatrick. The bet I would make, Joe, if I was going to do a Fitzpatrick, would just be the Fitzpatrick brothers in a top 20. Like that. Something like that. You get yourself a little better odds for gambling purposes. The risk is that Alex doesn't quite get there, but I think he can. There's no reason he can't. He's played really well. Last couple weeks have been, but like in general, I like his game here. He certainly knows the course. I told you this before. If Rory comes out and shoots the best round on the first day of the Scottish, look out. He did. He had a bad Saturday. He tipped it off to bad eggs or some kind of shit and hitting snap hooks in the rain.
Is he taking a book out of Sergio, like a page out of Sergio's book with blaming the food? Come on, Rory.
I don't know, man. I'm making that up a little bit, but he overemphasizing. He just said basically he woke up, didn't feel great, and was hitting balls on the range and kind of tweaked his swing into the wind, and he got kind of pissed about how that spread, the conversation about that spread, and so then Sunday he shot a 64.
Pissed off, yep.
He did everything that I said he would do except for win it, which is like he led the first day, he stayed in it, and then he just had a bad day or whatever. I think that if he wants to, like if you read into that, as a person who was able to pull their game together, I would not gamble on picking Rory because the odds don't pay you very much. But I do as a watcher, I would not be surprised at all if Rory McIlroy won a 2-major year, and you would have to look back and say this guy had like 5 tournaments, 2 wins, like 2 top 10s and 1 top 25, and that's his whole season. Like, what a shit season except for 2 majors. Wouldn't surprise me.
And I think every golfer on the planet would take that year.
Yeah, and I think that's what he wants his career to be. Naturally, we have to throw a little on Bryson not making the cut because that's
dude. Did you see Faldo just like absolutely eviscerate Bryson?
YouTube's
Sir
greatest golfer or whatever he called him.
Nick Faldo is not a fan of young Bryson DeChambeau. Just saying he's got 0 chance of winning, has absolutely no clue on strategy for links golf.
Do you have a counter?
No, but it'll be. I am interested to see how Bryson responds. Like, is he really going to, like, listen, if he misses the cut at the Open, I mean, the worst major season for a top 5 guy ever, right? I mean, he's missed the cut at the first 3 majors. And like, this is coming off of, 2024 and 2025, where everyone is saying that Bryson is built for the majors because he won the U.S. Open at Pinehurst, and then he was in contention at the Masters in 2024 and 2025. But like, dude, this is like, I mean, he's been like, the odds have course corrected for the Open finally, but I mean, the first 3 majors of the year, he was like top 5 favorite, and he's missed the cut in each one of them. So like, he's on the mat right now. Can he actually get up off the mat and fucking play golf, like play actual golf, not just this bullshit where he's going to bomb it and figure it out, because we've already talked about that. That does not work on link style courses. Can he actually think his way through a British Open and contend? I do not think so, but it'll be very interesting. That's one of the storylines. I'm like, how does he respond? Because everyone, it is changed very quickly for Bryson in the 2026 season, where the last 2 years he's been beloved, and like you could tell that that's all he's ever wanted was people to like him. People are back hating on Bryson, and can he use that? Can he use that as fuel and motivation to be like, you know what? Fuck it. I hear all the noise and I'm going to go out there and rise above it. I don't think so. I think he's fragile. I think he hears all the stuff, even if he tells you that he doesn't, and it does affect him. And I think it's going to continue to affect his golf game.
Well, we had this conversation at the U.S. Open. We said now he's hearing all the boos and the rays. This is his chance to show up, pound the ball, and at least show like, hey, fuck you. And instead, he missed the cut. So,
I mean, what would the odds have been, Scott, at like, all right, take us back to Masters, our first no-stroke show, by the way. Fast forward, a masterful debut, if you all remember that. But like, fast forward it to the last, so that's first major of the year. Fast forward it to the last major of the year, and Bryson DeChambeau got 56-1, where guys like Tom Kim, Siwoo Kim, Sam Burns, Wyndham Clark all have shorter odds to win the British Open than Bryson DeChambeau. Like, that's how much he's fallen. He went from being an automatic like 15 to 25-1 play in the majors to 56-1. Like, that is a massive drop. And guess what? You could offer to me, like, I don't think I would start entertaining Bryson until there was 100 in front of him, right? Like, like even at 56-1, which sounds crazy, you're just like, no, I don't think he's got a chance to win.
I'm going to invest in his YouTube channel. I much don't give a fuck about his golf career anymore. Just being honest.
It's not working. It's not working.
No.
It's just, it's wild. And listen, like, I love Tom Kim, but like, I'm just looking at the DraftKings list right now. I'm like seeing Tom Kim ahead of Bryson. It's making me laugh. Like, it's just like, wow.
It's funny. I mean, we've talked about this. This has been an incredible year of golf. We got to meet a lot of players and faces. Cootie in the beginning, Goddard was a guy we saw win early and we're like, oh, this guy's kind of good. Now it's like, shit, he's real. Like, this has been a fun season. We are going to do another show on the backside of the British dedicated to just the British, because I think there's just so much storyline potential here. I'm very excited about it. As I said, this is my favorite, like, heading into fall. We're not fall yet, but like heading into fall is kind of like my favorite golf season. This is the kickoff for it. I think that personally, I've made a handful of bets like you've made on Hovland and others that are like longer. We had better odds months ago when we made them. Some of the storyline we started the year with have come to fruition. If it continues, I like some of the bets we made. But this is one where I'm probably going to have to make a couple of cuts, first day low bets on some randoms, and then probably not touch anything until either midday Saturday or maybe.
Yeah, I like that. I like that approach. I think I'm
definitely not doing a whole bunch of bets across people for the whole thing. I do not know.
No, but I think maybe for the people, do you have a cut bet that you really like? Because you do the cut bets more than I do. Yeah, but like the make versus miss, right? Because I think the majors are a good opportunity to actually have some value on these make miss parlays for the cut, just because there's so many guys in it.
Kiefer, a miss Bryson. Kiefer just played well. I don't know.
Oh, dude, I love Kiefer. Kiefer's gonna contend at the 3M too. I know. I am teasing us on. I love the 3M. Yeah. 3M is like second to.
We love every golf tournament.
But it's second, like it's like the John Deere, right? Where like the 3M is great because it's
caddies
like,
drink.
Yeah, and it's just you're not getting any of the good players in it, so you can actually like win a bet. It's great. I love it.
It's awesome.
All right,
that's
like that.
I put my bet down.
I like that, but I also like what you mentioned. I like the Fitz brothers top 20 parlay.
Yep. You guys
I
got
think
Xander in there, and I think you got Im. I love Im in a top 10.
the Xander thing is weird because I was shocked by his Scottish performance, and I know we talked about him going into that, where it's like I wouldn't be shocked to see him win. Misses the cut. It'll be interesting to see how he plays, but he's been kind of automatic as a top 10, top 20 in the majors. That's pretty safe. You and I always seem to bring this guy up. Akshay as a top 20.
Yes.
He plays great in the
that.
wind. So I'm going to I'm gonna sprinkle him in there, and then I do have to play Adam Scott as well. Top 20. I did sprinkle him to win too. I would not advise that, but he hasn't contended in a major yet this year, and I've been on him at every major. I think this is the one where he contends.
He's my make-the-cut machine, though.
He's the guy, too. Like, he hadn't posted any social content until last week. Like, he had posted something at the Masters, and then he posted something at the Scottish where he's just hitting a perfect driver off the deck, and I'm like, God, that swing's beautiful. It just, like, gets it. He becomes top of mind again. So... there's a lot of storylines to like. There's a lot of players to like, and can't wait to watch it. And we'll recap it next week, my friend.
Sounds good to me. Enjoy the golf. Take care.
You too. Bye.
See ya.